after his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chiefs and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chiefs in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led out by the former third-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Williams. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got the connection downfield to Hamler. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
Folks' kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never get those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Right back to him on first down. Taken down at the 42.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along.
And now the rookie's free, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question.
And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Mahomes going to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 10-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. Wilson finds Dulcich out left side.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now Wilson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
If this is a commentary on today's kickers, and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 92 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And it bangs off the left upright. It deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They begin the drive with Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Wilson. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. To throw again on second down. Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. This time they stay on the ground. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Mahomes now on first down. He's got him in, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it. And
what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by Bunker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but now from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Here's Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23.
He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now into 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
Well, 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Being chased out left. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
Returnable now for Allen.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps them move the sticks. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Right back to him on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
166 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be another first down as I make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hands it off out of the gun. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught, and he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Hamler. Finding space at the 40.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Wow, 213 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
And they will take a knee here. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run, as we just said there.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
Not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. After the sack on first down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.